Yeah, the mood and the feeling in the camp is one of excitement. Looking forward to a massive encounter on Sunday on home ground, semi-final to make a final of a major cup in South African football. So the mood is very bubbly, positive, a lot of energy amongst the players, and we're really looking forward to the encounter on Sunday.
Right, we'll take questions from the floor.
Coach, obviously, two semi-finalists, both of you an opportunity for a first ever final. I mean, there's a nice football or a romantic football story in that.
Yeah, no, obviously, and when you look at the other semi-final fixture, obviously, the exact opposite. Two established teams in the country, the best supported teams, a lot of trophies amongst them. So, we ourselves and Sekhukhune, we sort of the newbies. I mean, Sekhukhune haven't been in the league that long, nor have we. So, credit to both teams to have got to the semi-final, and us as a football club in our short existence to be able to be having the opportunity on the verge of making a final is exciting for us, and I think would be a massive achievement. Not only for the team, but also for the town, for our community, the supporters. And South African football in general. So, it is a bit of an exciting sort of occasion for us to be able to get into a final and, be playing against, either Chiefs or Pirates. So.
Coach Steve, how much impact does it have to play in Danie Craven for the first time in the Nedbank Cup this season?
Yeah, no, it's been it's like sort of in terms of where we've played our fixtures, it's been a bit up and down. We've had a couple of, we had the away game against Galaxy, then the two home games, both at Athlone. Now we're playing at Danie Craven. I think the stadium has, over time, become our sort of home. I've always alluded right in the beginning that it was just a house when there wasn't fans allowed during the COVID sort of time, and then that we would build this place into a fortress. It will become a home once the supporters start coming out in numbers. And I think if you see the supporter base that is growing both here at Danie Craven, even the support that we had at Athlone, slowly but surely getting a lot of support behind the team, and to be able to play such a big game at home at Danie Craven, it's a fantastic opportunity for the community, for our supporters to come out in numbers and to support the team. So massive. We've also changed our form, to a positive sort of results at home here at Danie Craven, so it's not an easy place for opposition to come to. It's important that we utilize the fans behind us, the comfortability of the field. So it definitely is a positive for us to be playing here.
Coach, the last piece team to lose a match against was Sekhukhune at Danie Craven. Psychologically, does that have any effect on the team?
No, I wouldn't say so. In the manner of, had we been outplayed and sort of, lost badly, I think on the day we started really well. I recall the match. They got their goal. We put on a lot of pressure. We missed the penalty sort of near the end of the match. So generally it's been very close affairs between the two of us, 3 draws and a loss for us. So we understand that they're a good team. Good experience, good physicality, good athleticism in the team. They play a certain way. So, no, I don't think so. I think in actual fact it should be a driving force that we want to turn that around.
Coach, obviously, there's been a lot of talk about Ikram since his return, all the goals in the league, but I think it's in the cup that he's really, there's not been that much better than somebody who scores a brace every game.
Yes.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind that on Sunday again.
No, no, that would be fantastic. Obviously, he's been in great goal scoring form, and in the cup, like you say, I can't recall, in recent terms, a player that's been able to score a brace in each of the rounds. So, he's in good form. He's playing with confidence. He's playing with a lot of belief. A lot of composure and quality in the final third and in around the box. And I must say that it's not by fluke. He does it every day at training. I've said it before. Since he's come back from Supersport, he's even a better player than when he left us. He's far more mature. His decision making is a lot better. But in front of goal, he's just really deadly. And if we can get a brace tomorrow, then yeah, obviously that would be ideal. But at the end of the day, we know it's not going to be an easy match. It's tough. But yeah, Ikram's in good form. We didn't have him the last time we played Sekhukhune. A couple of changes to the squad since we last played them. I think we're in a far better place currently, more balanced as a team, and more options as a team. So, but yeah, Ikram, long may that continue.
Coach, do you think this team of Stellenbosch is getting enough praises when it comes to performance with such a lot of young players? Do you think they get enough praise in South Africa?
Yeah, look, as a club, I don't think, we don't go out there to be looking for praise. I think we want to play a part not only in our community and in Stellenbosch, but we also want to add value to South African football, which I think we are. If you look at the amount of players that have represented the current junior teams, under 17 level, we've got a player currently in Algeria, Tyler, 5 players that represented the under 23 squad. So I think, the benefits of us giving opportunity and getting a lot of good quality youngsters into our club, I think long term also plays a positive role towards the bigger picture of South African football. So, again, last 30 minutes against Supersport, we finished the game with 6 players of age of 22 or younger. And it, we don't do it just because we want to be. It's they are good enough. They're quality footballers. But I do believe that if we can solidify our position on the log and finish in the top 8 and get to a final of the Nedbank Cup, then I do think that the club would deserve a lot of credit for what we have achieved in a short space of time, consolidating our sort of self in the PSL as a sort of a top 8 team, and also a team that has the ability to go to a final. So, we just got to keep doing what we are doing, and hopefully down the line, the praise that comes with it will be appreciated.
Coach, possibly your second final awaits. What would you say are the differences between the two teams, Stellenbosch and Tuks?
There's probably more similarities than differences. I think it was also a youthful team, Tuks, when we made the final. Obviously also, again, a bit of a Cinderella story as an NFD team. Both teams played with a lot of energy, a lot of sort of really good on transitions, a lot of pace up front. So those were the similarities. I think the difference might just be in terms of this squad. Obviously has a bit more experience, and I think a lot more quality in the final third than the University of Pretoria team back in that final. So I'm trusting that will be, hopefully play a big role in us getting past Sekhukhune.
Thank you, Joe. Devin from Whiskey Voice. Coach, there was a question earlier in terms of it will be your first final for whoever wins on Sunday. So in terms of managing the overexcitement, especially for the youngsters to look towards the final instead of concentrating on Sunday's game, how do you manage that overexcitement?
Yeah, I think as a coach, it's important that we don't, overhype and over sort of state the importance and the meaning of going to a final, that you forget to play the game on Sunday. So I think the players understand that. I've had a thing with the players. It's just started. I said, before we played Swallows, I said, guys, I'm going to say this every time we play Nedbank game until there's 1 to go. I said to them 5 to go, then it was 4 to go, then it was 3 to go. So the message will be, it's not 1 to go, it's 2 to go. So we have to get past Sunday to be able to get into the final. And then the next challenge is, should we progress to the final, is, you still got to play the final. You don't want to just get there and think you've achieved, then it'll be there to go and win it. So yeah, just keep the players calm, keep them sort of, humble. We have to put in a big shift on Sunday. We have to play football. The result's not just going to happen, so we have to put in a big performance.
Coach, you managed to rotate the squad nicely in midweek game against Supersport. So firstly, what's the condition like of the squad? Have you got a lot of guys in good nick and raring to go. And secondly, did you find it quite ironic that when you did name the squad, I noticed on social media people were like, match fixing, why are you picking this BT? But when you look at the players that were actually selected, a lot of them may have been selected at the beginning of the season had they been fit.
Yeah.
And the people that they were missing were some of these youngsters who've broken in over the season.
No, exactly, Rob. I think, it shows the depth in the squad. Currently we are injury-free. The only 50-50 call will be on Andre de Jong today, how he comes through training. And as you rightly say, Sishle Nduli, Mgaga, Lasse Sobiak, Vusi Sibia, and Tom Gomezulu, Ortiz, were all sort of players that, had they all, Ortiz unfortunately wasn't fit, but had he been, he would have, he finished last season really strong. So it wasn't just a rotation, like just an all-out rotation, it was also tactically to play, Lasse Sobiak against Supersport, the way they play, the aerial sort of threat they have, even Ortiz, his size and strength, and that was needed. So, all of them have played. Jaden Adams has played a big part in the team. Antonio van Wyk has played. So it wasn't just a token sort of, give them opportunity. It was tactical. At the same time, also, you obviously, Junior Mendieta was on 3 yellows. We needed him. He's a key player for us. So, very proud of the performance on the weekend. It makes, selection of the squad tough because a lot of players put their hands up. And the other thinking was, in a semi-final, may perhaps go into an extra time situation, is that you need players that have, got that sort of match fitness and match sharpness. So currently, we're in a really good space in terms of availability of the squad, healthy competition for positions. We've got options to change the game during the match with the players that we have, if maybe plan A is not working.
And we'll open the last round of questions, please.
So just to confirm availability of players, you mentioned De Jong. Is there anyone else for Sunday?
No.
All right, I believe that. No,
Just about the opposition. Where do you see their biggest threat being? I mean, it's like you said, it's a squad. Earlier you said it's a squad that's got a lot of experience. Obviously a new club, but the players have a lot of experience.
Yeah. No, look, if you look at their front three, Letsualo was, recently sort of, challenging as a top goal scorer in the league. He's a player with a lot of goals in him, or he's being, really good for them up front. They've got exciting players like Mokwana and Kubu. Then you've got Makocho in the midfield who, has got European experience. He's added that to their team. A player like Siabi, who's dangerous, aerially, long distance sort of, Then you've got the national right back in Moby, and you've got a really experienced centre back pairing in Cardoza and Jima. So, that experience, and then TNT has, played for Chiefs, played in big matches, and their goalkeeper's experience. So if you look at their squad, they have that experience. They've got good physicality, they've got good size, they've got good athleticism about them. They are a well-coached team. They play to a certain structure. So that's why, you look at the log, they're right up there in the top 8 positions. They're never a team that concede many goals, and they're difficult to break down. So it's a big challenge for us, but you don't reach semi-finals and it's going to be easy. So I always said that before we got the Sundowns draw, I said at some stage you have to beat good teams to win a cup, which we did against Sundowns, and we're going to have to do that again to get into the final, and then it'll be another big game in the final. So to win something doesn't happen easy. It's not. It's something that's just given to you. So strong opponent on the weekend, but at the same time we're in good form. We're in good confidence. We've got a lot of belief. We're playing in a way that I believe will cause them problems. It's just about us defensively also being sound and making sure that we're not, loose. And I think that will play a big part in us getting the positive result we desire.